Hafa day, everybody. I'm Jason Salas here with KUM Sports. That is what it's all about right there, the Great Seal of Guam. It is what we as athletes seek to represent, and I have Sandra Lowe right here, one of my very good friends with the Guam National Olympic Committee. Sandra, there is a wonderful opportunity to do just that. The Pacific Mini Games are finally here, and we are headed to Palau.
Exactly. I think 1 week. Mm-hmm. 1 week, yeah.
It came up so fast.
It is. That's
okay.
Great. Yeah.
So you guys at the GNOC have been working on the logistics, the planning, the uniforms. Obviously, that's what you were wearing in the opening ceremonies, right?
Exactly.
That
so
is
this
beautiful.
is the uniform that we'll be wearing with black pants and black shoes.
Very nice. How big is our contingent that we're sending over to Palau?
We have about 132 athletes over 10 sports. We'll have accompanying like 20 officials, which includes, the likes of me and the support staff. We do have doctor and a PT coming along too.
For our medical team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Louis Cruz.
Yes.
Okay, long time experienced member of the Team Guam medical staff.
Yes.
And Louis has been doing this for a while. Shout out to Doc. He's a fantastic guy. Thank you for your service, Doc. Okay, what sports are we competing in? Because over 100 athletes and officials, that's basically the entire business class of the plane.
Yeah, so we have 10 sports. Of course, the largest would be baseball, softball, and our VAA team. And then we have athletics. We can't miss the athletics.
Yep.
Swimming, judo, triathlon, and beach volleyball. I hope I haven't missed any. Mm-hmm. Oh, weightlifting.
And weightlifting's going too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I know some people were saying that they heard that,
and basketball, sorry.
Yes, and basketball too. How could we forget basketball?
I know.
Right? Some people were hearing that, the International Olympic Committees and the various regional federations, they wanted to make it more of like a junior Olympics, and I know some sports are actually skewing a little bit more towards 19 and under, but that's not the way across the board.
No,
certain sports are.
Certain sports are. Yeah. But it is a huge component, the junior component, because I think the Pacific Games Council wanted this to be a stepping stone for our juniors to go into the Pacific Games. So this was like a test event to make sure that there's a pipeline for them. Mm-hmm. So for us on Guam, there's 3 sports that comes under the mandatory 50% has to be juniors, and that's judo, swimming, and VAA.
Very nice. Okay, are there any sports that you as the commission and the governing body are actually looking at and saying, we're really, really confident in this one sport that we're really going to bring home the gold?
All of them, of course.
There you go. Perfect answer.
Yes, all of them. I expect all to medal.
She's the best. And you've been doing this for a very, very long time.
Yes.
How many Olympic Games have you been to too? Because I remember when I was putting the videos together for last summer in Paris, I saw you in at least 2 videos.
No, I don't think so. I've only been to the Beijing Olympics.
You only went to Beijing? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just saw her in background clips of some stuff like that. But the opening ceremonies for the Pacific Mini Games are absolutely second to none. It is a wonderful moment. And for you, having been in these opening ceremonies, at what point do you actually see the athletes? Because, you give everyone their little Guam flags and everything. They put on the uniforms and everything. But when they really take the track and say, I'm here representing my island home and everything, it really hits.
It's a heart moment, really, when you're walking along and Guam's name is being called out, and you just have that feeling that you can't describe. And it's hopefully something that all our athletes have the opportunity to compete for Guam.
And of course, there is a big Guam sport tradition. If you compete for Team Guam in any of the sports that we're involved in and everything, it's who is our flag bearer. And I know it's a tradition at the GNOC, as you say, you kind of debate internally and figure it out, and you only let the athlete know right before the opening ceremonies who that's going to be.
Right. It's going to be a surprise. Yeah.
Where are you going to be staying? Because where's the athletes' village?
The athletes for Guam, we will be based in the Koror Elementary School.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. They're all AC, so our athletes will have it cushy there. But then there are also athletes who will be staying at the hotels. So key would be the Palacia and the Penthouse. That's where we will be.
Okay, and I always ask you this, Sandra, because at my age, I stopped competing many, many, many moons ago. So I always love the food wherever we travel. And Palau has some absolutely amazing food. What are you looking forward to the most?
The crab.
The crab, yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Definitely crab.
Okay. Now, for you being out there and being an administrator, there's so many events going on at the same time, and you can't be everywhere at once. But how many sports do you actually get out and try and see, observe, or at the very least go out there and cheer?
Well, we try to cheer. Hopefully the times of the competition allows us. But I have a really great support staff. James Borja will be there.
Yep.
He's my deputy chef. So between him and I, and also the GNOC staff, we will be covered, and we will certainly be, we'll have a presence at each of the competition venues. If I have to be on the record and not, alienate others, Va'a is guts in my heart.
It is a great spectator sport.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely.
I was actually in Palau for one of the mini games on the national team.
Very nice.
Yes.
How was that experience?
It was really nice. I mean, it's gotten to the point where for the long distance, we were in the Rock Islands. I had to make sure my crew was like eyes on the boat because it was just so beautiful. Palau is such a beautiful place to be paddling.
Okay,
so.
now because the Pacific Mini Games is a 2-week event, I know as much as we would like it, not all of the athletes are going to be like all arriving at the same time. Some are coming from the States, some are coming from, like if they're, studying abroad or whatever. And some actually come like halfway through week 1.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The arrivals and departures are all staggered. Basically, we want them to come in right before their competition and leave right after the competition. So they're not staying long, unfortunately.
This never gets old for you. You have the best job in the world. Being able to usher and shepherd, these young men and women who just want to go out there, compete and have fun and fly our colors.
Well, I'm just very grateful that GNOC gave me this responsibility. I mean, I really, really enjoy what I do.
Well, I've got a few things to do when you're over there too, because I'm going to be doing medal counts. I'm going to be watching as many events as I can on streaming and everything like that. And I'm here for you for whatever you guys need.
Yes.
You need to get the word out or anything.
KUM has been a great sponsor for us, so
Absolutely.
that's good.
So have a wonderful trip.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Final word is yours. Go Team Guam, obviously.
Go Team Guam.
All right. Have a great time at the mini games.
Thank you.